Hi guys, I am aching. I hurt in places that I haven't hurt for a really long time. Why does that matter? It matters because this is my first week back to classes after three weeks off, and it really is like starting over again. It sucked. It sucked. It was really nice because we've had some new people who've been trying the free week and stuck with it. We have 2 new people coming next week to the morning classes, which is really exciting because the night classes get most of the new people because you work, and then a lot of athletes have been coming to the day classes, which is really cool because I enjoy meeting new people, especially nice people. And it's neat to have someone suck worse than me. Just kidding. No, not at all. It's total confidence booster to realize that, I was the beginner, and now I still am a beginner, but I'm better than a beginner. And that, I'm obviously not the best. I'm still a beginner, but it is a confidence boost, totally. So we love new people. It's also a huge ordeal in the gym itself because fight season is beginning. We have a amateur card this Saturday. Tyler is fighting. We have the Naga competitions. That's called the Philadelphia Naga competitions. It's actually in New Jersey. We have 5 or 6 people going to that competition, which is really great, and I really wish I could go because it's Little Ninja's first official jiu-jitsu tournament. He's been through a lot of other tournaments, he was telling me, but he's really excited because this is his first strictly jiu-jitsu. And the big boss guy said that if he did well at this tournament, he'll help him get his first pro card this year, which is a huge deal for him, So I'm hoping he's doing well. I won't see him for the rest of the week, but I brought him brownies this morning. Turns out he's actually trying to drop a few pounds, so he won't be able to eat them till the weekend, but he was still appreciative. What have I learned? I have learned that it is hard to start working out again after you haven't been for a long time. And even though it was only 3 weeks, that's it. That's the brief amount of period of time that it takes for your body to reset into its sedentary ways. That's it. And 3 weeks doesn't sound like a lot. Everyone was sick for, God, it's 2 weeks, literally, between, everybody in the house. 2 weeks everybody was sick. The snow cut us out for the last week. And that's it. So I'm starting basically again from scratch. I know more moves, but like my body is like, I don't want to do this. Let's go home and sleep. Let's go home and eat. Let's go home and sit in front of the television and not do anything. Or let's go home and work at the computer and sit at the computer and work so we don't have to physically do anything. And it's like, nope, gotta go to classes, gotta go to classes. And it used to be, I was excited to go to class, but my body has reached a point where it's like, I don't want to do this. I mean, I know it's going to be fun when I get there, but I had to make myself go this morning. And I think it's absolutely the mindset that beginners have with anything, not just, fighting and jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai and MMA and all that good stuff. Having the beginner mindset is difficult because you have to make yourself start. Now, how do they get you to start? Well, obviously you're paying for classes, so you want to go. But honestly, this morning my brain was like, screw that, whatever. I pay for it. I don't care. I'm tired. I had to make myself go. And it can be hard. I imagine after an injury it's even worse because it wasn't, illness, sickness, traveling, snowstorms, whatever. You got hurt and you really wanted to keep going to classes, but you can't because you had to heal yourself and do physical therapy and all whatever stuff you had to do. At least then, at that point your mind is like, yeah, I want to get back. But your body's like, no, thank you. No, ma'am. No, sir. Forget that. My body was that today. Yeah. So I definitely, I'm feeling the pain. I'm feeling the aches. I'm feeling the, just give me the brownies and the TV and let me go. But tomorrow morning is Muay Thai and I will be back at it. What else? it's exciting. Fight season is extremely exciting for everybody because, you know, we want to support our fighters. We want to support, you know, the people that want to be better. It's really great to see someone go from a beginner to awesome to having a card to being, you know, an almost pro fighter. You know, amateur, I guess they call it. Amateur seems kind of like a slam to me because, you know, you've been doing it for years and years and years and years and years and training every day. And, you know, you're just an amateur fighter. It's like, you know, really? You think they come up with a better term? Marketing sucks. Because they are absolutely fighters. They are heart and soul fighters, you know? You can look at the UFC guys, and I mean, I guess they're getting paid pretty well. There's been some contention about that recently. But, you know, amateur fighters do it because their heart and soul is in it. You know, there's not a lot of money, and if they're lucky, they have enough supporters in the community, and you know, they have their sponsors, basically local sponsors, that give them money so that they can afford to train and get equipment and do the things that they need to do to be where they want to be. You know, that's how that works. Or if you're not lucky, you work 2 jobs and you fight anyway, right? That's the kind of passion. And it was interesting this morning because they had the real MMA fighters come in right after our class to do cage training. And I'd never actually seen the guys training in the cage. I'd seen, you know, we've seen them on the mats all the time, you know, doing jiu-jitsu stuff basically, but I'd never actually seen them in the cage, and it was hysterical because in order to teach the fighters, it's a standard cage, so in order to teach the fighters, you know, how the width of the cage, the length of the cage, the room that they have, you know, they were doing different movements around the edge, they were doing different movements in and out, and one of the movements that they were doing was walking handstands. So literally the guys were handstand on the ground with their feet up on the cage, crawling on their hands around the cage with the feet on the cage. And I looked at Little Ninja because he was there, you know, telling me about his competition on Saturday, and I'm like, are you ready? Are you ready to do this? Are you ready? Are you going to get caught in this move in a cage fight match? And he's like, oh God, not the dreaded handstand takedown. And I was like, well, at least you have a sense of humor about it, right? No, but I couldn't pay me to get in that cage and do what they do. I mean, I would love to. I would, but that ship has sailed. Next year, I would love to do a few competitions. Hopefully, I'll be doing, if they have a Naga summer competition that's a little more local for us. I'd like to be able to do that next year. That'd be pretty cool. And but this year is all about survival. Get a few stripes on my white belt and survive and not hurt myself. Basically, that's the goal. But I continue to learn a lot every day. You know, it's really interesting because the way that he does the classes, he drills completely different stuff every week. So, you know, it's maybe arm bars one week, it may be guillotines, and maybe chokes, and maybe, but each week it's something different, which is good and bad, because for me, I'd rather do arm bars every day until I get them. But it teaches me different go-tos, and more importantly, the defenses, right? Totally defenses. We were working on takedown defense and sprawling this morning into the guillotine submission, which was, I hate chokes. I seriously, I hate chokes. So it was hard for me to be like upside down and squeezed by somebody else's arm. You know, you definitely have to trust your partner and trust that they're going to be safe and trust that they're not going to accidentally snap your head off and kill you. Chokes are not my friend. But it was interesting because I'd never done anything like that, and this would be the 5th month here, and I'd never done anything like that before. So it was really cool that there are still all these new things for me to learn. And you would think that, oh, after 6 months of taking a class, you know, you at least have the basics, you've at least been exposed to everything, but you haven't. You know, there's all these different techniques and all these different ways of learning and moving, and like just moving your own body. You know, the sprawl, especially from a stand to a down sprawl, pushing your weight on another human being is awkward, to say the least, for a beginner. But I'm now starting to get a lot more comfortable with the way that I'm moving my body to defend myself. So that's really cool. You know, my brain is like, oh, I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm more capable of doing things that I had no idea I could do before. And that really brings me a lot of girl power, I guess. I mean, I'm sure the guys feel that way too. They just don't. They're not as exuberant about it, right? Oh, so gosh, month 5 is. It's hard to believe that it's been 5 months. It really is. It doesn't feel that long at all. I'm really glad that I signed up. I'm really glad that I stuck with it, because there have been points where I didn't want to, where I was frustrated, or felt like I should be doing a lot better than I was. The truth is, it's only 5 months. That's it. That's it, and that's not a lot. So I'm excited for the next 5 months, for the next 6 months, for the next few years. Hopefully we'll stay local, and I'll have a chance to stick with it, and get cool belts, get a different belt than my white belt. That'd be nice. I'll invest a few years in that. And it's funny, I was talking to one of the other students, and I was like, sometimes this feels like dancing. I feel like I should take dance classes to get better at jiu-jitsu, because it would definitely help my Muay Thai, definitely. Because you have to be able to predict what the other person is doing based on their body language. And I was like, man, I really got to take dance class. So maybe dance class will be next to help me with my Muay Thai, because, man, my Muay Thai needs help. But that's the class I'd do, even if I had to pay twice as much. Even if I could only do Muay Thai class, that's still my passion. Still my passion, and a lot of fun. And I really, even though I'm going to have to drag myself out of bed after today to get there tomorrow, I'll have a little more oomph tomorrow, and a lot more caffeine, definitely, in preparation. I'd love to hear what you guys have started, or if you're in the middle of your jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai or MMA journey, I'd love to hear about that. But thanks for listening, and I love you guys, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.